Thank you so much for staying with us. My guest, Dr. Usman Bugaje, convener, Arewa Research and Development Project and a former member of the House of Representatives. John Smith now, thank you so much for coming over.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, the security situation in Nigeria appears to be deteriorating. The abduction of the students in Kankara, Katsina State. By the way, you're from Katsina State.
I am.
It's a reminder of how bad things have been. What are your perspectives?
Amechi, almost everybody I've spoken to, some people have spoken to me, the whole nation is in shock that such a thing can happen at a time when the Zabarmari massacre happened. And if it alerted the nation to the level of the deterioration of the security situation, one would have expected that that would have gingered up the security institutions to take measures. And remember, the president went to Katsina, Daura, that same night when this event took place, as if it were the bandits daring the president himself in his own hometown. But what is even more shocking is that in this Zabarmari massacre, the president didn't go.
As in Borno State, the rice farmers.
Yeah. It's still, we are still dazed trying to find out what is happening. Is the president still human? He didn't go. I mean, people were issuing statements. What was he doing? Was he sick? If he was well, then what is his reason for not going? And suddenly it happened right in his own doorstep, so to speak. He didn't go. Has he lost empathy? Is he human? I mean, it's something that we simply cannot fathom. We cannot understand how can a human being, forget about the fact that he's even president, fail to be moved by such tragic incidences, one coming after the other. And remember, every day, without these instances, every day people get killed, women get raped, people lose their properties, people are frightened. In Katsina, that much I know, many, our relatives in the villages, don't sleep in their villages. By 5 o'clock, they start getting their food ready, everything past.
That's 5 p.m.?
Yeah, 5 p.m. They move out in many of the villages. Some villages have completely been destroyed. There is not a single person there.
You said
okay, correct me if
no, yeah, he didn't go. You're quite right. He sent a high-powered delegation led by the Minister of Defense. Minister of Defense to visit the governor and also visit Kankara.
We have seen this before. How many times? And what happened thereafter? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it's just amazing. We honestly, I personally, I'm still dazed. I'm still trying to find out, how does the president think? What is in his mind? What about the people immediately around him? Can't somebody speak to him? You mean we have nobody who can speak to the president and talk some sense into him? How can such a tragedy take place? Where on earth in the 21st century can such a tragedy happen? And a president, even if he was a military leader, would not be there himself to show the empathy and to speak to the responsibility that the state has. You have been elected by these people who have been slaughtered. They didn't elect you so that they can be slaughtered. They elected you so that you can protect them. And you can't protect them. You can't empathize, sympathize with their own family. You don't show any concern. You don't care. And you still want to be president? Okay, tell me, what are you going to be president for? Because human life is the ultimate, right? If that is lost, everything is lost. And so what are you there for? Your conscience should be pricking you. Say, okay, for goodness sake, what am I here for? What am I staying for? And we can extend the same question to the National Assembly. All the checks and balances that this constitution has provided
2 days
have
ago,
collapsed.
or was it yesterday? I think 2 days ago, they were complaining about the fact that they've made recommendations, not just the National Assembly. They've come out with options on what we could do to improve the security situation. A whole lot of them. They were expressing some form of frustration, as it were, that all these recommendations were ignored by the president.
Yeah, but what are they going to do? This is not the first time he has ignored them. He said he was going to, before the invitation to the House of Representatives, they issued a resolution that he should change his service chiefs, which is the right procedure, the proper thing to do. He didn't, right? What did they do? Nothing. And then after the Zarbarmari, because of the frenzy and because of the anger and because of so many things, the nation is all angry. Then they say, okay, the president must come now. He didn't go. And what did they do? The Senate said, you must take this resolution seriously. He didn't take it seriously. What are you doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What do you think they can do?
Oh, there are many things they can do. But they don't have the courage to do it. They don't have the liver to do it.
And let's go back to the National Assembly. You said they don't have the courage. The courage to do what?
The courage to do the right thing. If the president is not performing, they have the powers to impeach the president.
That sounds unlikely because you mentioned
I know they can't do it. They can't do it.
This is a National Assembly. This is a Senate that is so friendly with the president.
It's not. You see, they are not just friendly. I think the National Assembly is not taking its responsibility. It cannot do so because it doesn't have the moral standing to do so. The president doesn't take them for anything. And you can see the evidence. You can see the evidence. So if really they cannot do what, I think they should ask themselves, what are they doing there? Really? What are they? They are representatives of the people. The people are being killed. And the president doesn't care. And more people are going to be killed. And more people are going to be killed. And no work is being done. No labor conflict is being resolved. Nothing. No ministry is functioning. No institution is functioning.